This is what happens to a narcissist when they lose you forever. Regret is a universal emotion, a weighty burden borne by many throughout their journeys. It materializes when the specter of past choices casts a shadow of remorse upon our present. Its tendrils coil around our psyche, inflicting wounds upon our mental landscape. In this discourse, we shall delve into the intricate realm of narcissism to explore whether the loss of another truly elicits remorse within their hollow confines. To grasp this phenomenon, one must fathom the nature of sorrow and its capacity for resolution. Regret often stems from a sense of culpability or a yearning for an alternate outcome, a belief that different actions could have steered the course toward a more favorable destination. For some, this remorse serves as a catalyst for transformation, propelling them toward amended behaviors and wiser decisions. However, for others, it festers into a perpetual cycle of self-doubt and introspective lamentation. The ability to transcend regret hinges upon one's emotional acuity and self-awareness. The enigma deepens when applied to the narcissistic psyche. Narcissists, akin to parasitic entities, exploit the vitality of others to satiate their insatiable hunger for validation and resources. Cloaked in a facade of invincibility, they obfuscate their predatory nature. Yet, beneath the veneer lies a chasm of insecurity and unfulfilled desires, a testament to their own inner turmoil and bereavement. Narcissists, on the other hand, don't feel guilt the way most people do. They lack empathy and fail to understand how their acts affect other people. They only care about meeting their own needs and wants, and see other people as tools they can use to get what they want. Because of this, they don't feel bad or guilty when they lose someone, because they don't see that person as a unique person with their own wants and feelings. Narcissists may instead act like they're sorry for what they did to manipulate the person they lost. In order to get back in charge, they may try to find fault or make someone feel guilty. They try to get the person back by lying, flattering, and manipulating them, making false claims of change. But these acts of regret aren't sincere. They don't come from real sorrow or guilt. So, do narcissists really feel bad about losing someone? They do feel regret, but it's not the same kind of regret we usually think of. It's normal for people to question themselves after bad things happen, like when a relationship ends or when they lose their job. When they think about what they could have done, they may feel sorrow. For each person, regret means different things. When seen through the lens of a narcissist, the world looks like it's in a narrow tube, where only people who satisfy their needs are valued and noticed. People who help the narcissist's false self are seen as important. They would try to keep you as a supply if you were a main source of attention, finances, or other needs. This wasn't because they cared or wanted to keep the friendship going. It was because you were valuable to them and could meet needs that their other resources didn't. Because of this, a narcissist's guilt is different from yours. If I were to feel bad about losing them, it would be because I didn't do more to keep them in my life. But this regret isn't based on real care. It's because they no longer have access to the benefits and worth they offered. They'll look for a new partner who can give them the same amount of attention, care, and work. It is easier for them to keep a current partner than to find a new one, just like it is easier to keep an employee than to hire someone new. Losing a housekeeper or an automatic cash dispenser might make someone feel bad, but losing a partner who showers them with love all the time might make them feel bad about hiring a cook. The truth is that narcissists need someone to meet their wants, which makes them easy to replace. As long as their needs are met, it doesn't matter who does this job. People don't really care about each other in this situation. It's full of pure egotism, with everyone only thinking about themselves and their own goals. Extreme egocentrism is summed up in that. Being a narcissist means that they don't feel guilt the way you do. Even if they say they're sorry, it doesn't come from a real sense of loss, sorrow, or guilt. Instead, it comes up as quick thoughts on how they could have kept a source of supply because they were getting something out of it. If you broke up with a narcissist not long ago, they may try to get in touch with you saying things like, "I'm sorry this happened," or "I had a spiritual awakening." These are just cruel tricks meant to make you feel unsafe so that you give up hope. Narcissists don't have any morals, so they can't really feel guilt. As people, we have a natural moral sense that tells us what to do. Please understand that everything you've been told is not true and is a total lie. Remember that a narcissist only cares about themselves and their own well-being. In the same way that awareness shapes our actions and how we see the world, it helps us think about our wins and failures, set moral standards, decide how to treat others, figure out our limits, and get over our fears. Narcissists, on the other hand, can't do this. Narcissists don't care what happens to you, even if it's unfair, so they don't feel bad about what they've done. When someone doesn't see you for who you really are and only uses you for the energy and resources you give them, it doesn't help to miss them. It is important for other survivors to understand how these people make up lies and, more importantly, how to get their own health back. I would be very interested in hearing about your personal situations and the sorry things your narcissist said. Leave a comment below with your story. In a future show, I'll talk more about this subject to help people heal. To sum up, narcissists may say they're sorry for a loss, but their feelings of sorrow are different from ours. Because they don't have empathy, they don't understand how their acts hurt their loved ones. They don't feel bad or guilty about losing someone because they see people as replaceable tools. They're not really sorry when they say they are. It's just a way for them to gain power. They might feel bad about hurting others and seeing the effects of their actions, but that doesn't mean they really regret it. In interactions with narcissists, it's important to know the warning signs so you don't give in to their manipulation. If you learned something from this video, please share your thoughts and questions in the area below. Do your best to stay safe and have a great day as we continue to heal. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, your dominion lies within your mind, not in external events. Grasp this truth, and you shall discover resilience. Join me today as we embark on a journey through Stoic teachings, uncovering timeless wisdom to navigate encounters with narcissists. These insights serve as a guide to cultivate inner peace in the face of emotional abuse. I encourage you to stay until the end. The final lesson on rebuilding self-worth may prove to be surprisingly transformative. Empowering ourselves with these pragmatic principles offers tangible strategies to navigate emotional terrain, regain emotional fortitude, and reshape our perspective while recovering from the impact of narcissistic relationships. Lesson 1. React calmly without sinking to their level. Retaliation perpetuates the drama, providing narcissistic supply. While anger at injustice is valid, responding with abuse remains unethical. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Confront chaos with composure instead. Consider the woman who, feeling betrayed by her narcissistic ex's deceit, angrily confronted the other woman. This only allowed him to play the victim, triangulating them against each other. It took years of self-reflection for her to achieve calm acceptance instead of seeking revenge. She recognized that he might be recreating childhood abandonment trauma, fostering compassion. In summary, choose logic over fury when confronting narcissists. While certain emotions may be justified, retaliation jeopardizes your peace. Opt for the high road instead. Lesson 2. Embrace hindsight and assess vulnerabilities. Steer clear of a victim mentality by infusing meaning into pain. Reflect on why you endured emotional abuse or manipulation. Following Lao Tzu's wisdom, knowing others' intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. Cultivate self-awareness to break free from destructive relationship patterns. Consider the example of a woman who discovered she had low self-esteem, consistently attempting to prove her worth to emotionally distant partners. Her most recent narcissistic relationship exhibited early red flags that she had unconsciously overlooked. Through counseling, she unveiled this vulnerability to manipulation and is now independently building her self-worth. In essence, courageous self-reflection acts as a shield against the repetition of history. As Epictetus proclaimed, "No man is free who is not the master of himself." Recognize your blind spots to reclaim freedom. Lesson 3. Rebuild shattered self-worth. Narcissists intentionally undermine their victims' self-esteem using covert tactics to enforce submission. Yet, you need not allow external measures to dictate your intrinsic value. Echoing Marcus, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Re-establish a connection with your authentic self, recognizing that your fundamental value and human dignity endure, impervious to any disorder or manipulation. Consider the case of a woman whose narcissistic boss consistently undermined her work projects in subtle ways while publicly criticizing her. This experience led her to question her abilities, despite earlier acclaim for her talent. However, upon reframing this as abuse, she initiated the process of rebuilding her professional confidence. Instead of fixating on unfair external benchmarks, she redirected her focus inward, emphasizing perseverance, creativity, and grit. In essence, recognize that the narratives spun by the narcissist are falsehoods designed to mold you for exploitation. Refuse to surrender your sense of self. Reclaim authorship of your identity and worth. Through gradual healing, rebuild the self-trust they shattered. Lesson 4. Seek closure within, not from the narcissist. In the wise words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Recognize that the narcissist won't offer satisfying closure or take accountability. Instead of seeking validation from them, craft an inner dialogue to process the trauma and validate yourself. Take, for instance, a woman who tirelessly sought answers from her narcissistic ex, hoping for acknowledgement and an apology after being discarded. Unfortunately, his response only fueled more lies and manipulation. It was through inner practices like journaling that she discovered closure, understanding that the relationship was beyond repair. This realization liberated her from the emotional turmoil. In essence, closure arises from navigating your own emotions, not from fruitless attempts at dialogue with a skilled manipulator. Reclaim authority over your inner world. Lesson 5. Structured contact if necessary. In situations like co-parenting, where continued contact is inevitable, minimize harm by keeping communication strictly to essential matters. Follow Lao Tzu's wisdom. Say less than is necessary. Steer clear of reactive abuse and the urge to prove yourself. Consider the case of a woman who attempted to explain her lifestyle to her narcissistic ex during custody coordination to preempt judgment on her parenting. However, this only invited manipulative remarks. She then embraced grey rocking, maintaining politeness but providing minimal information. This strategy minimized the narcissist's supply. In essence, structure contact to avoid manipulation, but refrain from justifying your situation. Share only essential logistical information if continued communication is absolutely necessary. Lesson 6. reframe rejection as their bonding inability. Narcissists exploit and discard people without remorse, revealing their inability to form genuine connections, not reflecting your unworthiness. Following Epicurus' advice, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Compassionately reframe their rejection, steering clear of retaliatory thoughts. Consider the case of a woman who was abruptly discarded overnight by her narcissistic boyfriend after years together. Initially, she oscillated between self-blame and a desire for revenge. Over time, she realized that narcissists are too immature to sustain authentic intimacy. She understood that she deserved reciprocal love, not an embodiment of this disorder. In conclusion, interpret their rejection as evidence of their deficiency, not yours. Heal attachment wounds, cultivate self-worth, and pave the way for peace while avoiding future toxic bonds. Lesson 7. Break trauma bonds through personal growth. Trauma bonds formed with emotional abusers intensify the agony of separation, even when you recognize its wisdom. Feelings of addiction and withdrawal persistently tug at you, tempting you to return. Following Epicurus' wisdom, the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Actively counter these bonds through self-improvement, therapy, journaling, and participation in support groups dedicated to recovering from narcissistic abuse. Consider the case of a woman who repeatedly halted her divorces just before finalizing them, unable to break free from her narcissistic husband. During counseling to address codependency issues, she joined support groups consisting of individuals recovering from similar abusive relationships. By reframing her obsession as trauma bonds rather than genuine love, she discovered the strength to conclude the divorce process and redirected her energy toward a healthier life. In essence, trauma bonds intensify the pain, but can be conquered through persistent personal growth combined with community support. Focus inward, shift from longing and anguish to self-nourishment, and reclaim your freedom. Lesson 8. Separate their stuff from yours. Guard against projecting their deceit, anger, or paranoia onto yourself. Echoing Marcus Aurelius, when you wake up, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, and surly. Their disorder dictates their behavior, not your worth. Consider the case of a woman who blamed herself when her narcissistic ex cheated, assuming she was no longer attractive. This self-blame tarnished her self-image and trust in future partners. Upon learning that chronic infidelity often results from narcissistic traits or addiction, she ceased personalizing it. This shift helped her separate his baggage from hers. In summary, you didn't cause their inner demons. Liberate your mind from false narratives burdening you. Clear mental space by distinguishing their issues from yours. Lesson 9. Emerge stronger through self-mastery. Embracing victimhood fosters helplessness, inadvertently empowering narcissists. View this challenging chapter as a necessary phase for your personal evolution. In the words of Frankl, between stimulus and response lies our freedom to choose our response. Attaining emotional freedom involves mastering inner reactions. While we may not control others' disorders or alter the past, we retain control over our healing journey. Take, for instance, a woman who resisted identifying solely as a victim. Instead, she embraced radical responsibility for her life and emotions. Immersing herself in psychology, she provided support to others recovering from abuse. Despite grappling with triggers, her sense of personal power flourished as she directed her healing intentionally, refusing to be passive. Her life underwent a profound transformation through this intentional reclamation of agency. Essentially, we can emerge stronger by wholeheartedly embracing our recovery process. Envision an ambitious future freed from victimhood, then diligently equip yourself to bring that vision to life. Release anger and negativity, and propel yourself positively toward emotional self-mastery, a pathway to genuine freedom. In conclusion, incorporate these 10 practical lessons into your response to narcissists with creativity and wisdom. Take command of your reactions, establish firm boundaries, sidestep manipulation through transformative reframing, and emerge fortified through the mastery of self. The application of these emotionally agile skills not only nurtures inner peace, but also cultivates a profound sense of fulfillment, irrespective of external actions. Which insights on recovering from narcissistic abuse resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement is truly valued. Explore my other videos for additional content like this. You, dear viewer, are a survivor, a warrior, and a hero. Your strength is awe-inspiring, and you deserve boundless happiness and freedom. Thank you for being part of this video. I trust it provided valuable insights into navigating narcissistic abuse wisely. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content focused on healing from emotional trauma. I'm here to accompany you on your journey to recovery. Always remember, your light, love, and hope endure, impervious to any disorder or manipulation. By embracing Stoic principles, we maintain serenity amid life's storms. You are not the problem. You are the solution. Your embodiment of strength and wisdom is remarkable. What resonated most with you? Or did I overlook any key ideas? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement is sincerely appreciated. Until our next encounter, be compassionate to yourself. You are extraordinary, beautiful, powerful, and truly amazing. Wishing you abundant happiness on your unfolding path. Farewell for now. Hello, everyone. Thanks for dropping by my channel. Your support means a lot, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications to stay updated on my latest videos. Recognizing the warning signs of a narcissist is crucial for safeguarding yourself against their manipulative tendencies. Common traits include a lack of empathy, an inflated sense of self-importance, a constant need for attention and validation, and a penchant for manipulating others for personal gain. Narcissists may employ charm and flattery to achieve their objectives, often with a track record of taking advantage of others or breaking promises. Now let's delve into today's topic: how narcissists handle individuals who are not easily swayed and know what they want. As we all understand, narcissists prioritize themselves, valuing others only insofar as they fulfill their need for validation. When you become a target for a narcissist, they will strive to exert control over you in any conceivable manner, regardless of its apparent significance. Remember, the primary focus is on the narcissist maintaining control, not on you. Today, we'll explore the various tactics narcissists employ to eliminate perceived threats. Narcissists often struggle to contend with individuals who possess a strong sense of self and resist external influence. Such individuals typically exhibit a higher level of maturity in their thoughts and actions. Narcissists, characterized by their arrogance, find it challenging to accept others as they are. People exuding confidence, high self-esteem, and a firm grasp on reality may put them off, but this doesn't deter narcissists from pursuing them. Regardless of the ease or difficulty involved, narcissists target individuals relentlessly, sparing no effort to break down anyone who challenges their dominance. Narcissists subscribe to the belief that to elevate their own egos, they must diminish the self-esteem of others. Even if we prove resilient to their tactics, they persist in trying to wield influence over our lives, patiently awaiting the moment we lower our defenses. Despite our intelligence and resilience, they are relentless in their efforts to outmaneuver us. In their pursuit of control, narcissists employ an array of methods, including love bombing, smear campaigns, gaslighting, and more. If flattery and charm fall short, they may resort to playing the victim, seeking sympathy and understanding. Crucially, narcissists are indifferent to others' opinions of them. What matters is having a foothold from which to operate. Regardless of the love, affection, or pity they may feign, it all boils down to seeking attention. Their use of flattery and charm aims not at genuine connection, but at manipulating your emotional attachment, signaling that you value them and they hold sway over your life. When love bombing proves ineffective, narcissists may attempt to elicit pity, endeavoring to gain control and coerce submission to their will. Instead of fulfilling their responsibilities, they might feign illness to shirk tasks, or even go to the extent of deliberately injuring themselves to capture your attention. They'll assert having no other recourse, pleading for your support, and repeat this narrative incessantly. As evident, when confronted with a formidable adversary, narcissists often adopt a guise of weakness and vulnerability to cultivate your trust. They present themselves as humble and unassuming, making it challenging for you to decline their requests without seeming egotistical. Their ultimate aim is to gradually dismantle you, infiltrating every facet of your life until vulnerability to their influence is inevitable. However, once you've assisted them through a challenging situation, they may reverse course and attempt to manipulate you or exploit your kindness. It's a relentless cycle with narcissists, and they spare no effort to retain control. So, what steps can you take if you find yourself entangled with a narcissist? Establishing clear boundaries is crucial. Resist their attempts at manipulation. Clearly articulate what you are and are not willing to do, and steadfastly adhere to your limits. Maintaining a robust sense of self-worth is equally important, guarding against the impact of their demeaning comments or actions. Seek support from trusted friends and family, and consider professional assistance if the situation becomes overwhelming. Remember, it's not your responsibility to fix the narcissist or ensure their happiness. You deserve respect and kindness, with the right to distance yourself from any situation detrimental to your well-being. I trust this information has proven helpful, offering insights into the behavior of narcissists and strategies for dealing with them. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell.